On the other side, this is Ugunja constituency, Siaya County. Elizabeth, good morning. How is the atmosphere in Ugunja?
Well, a very good morning to you, Ann Odida. As you have rightfully put it, we are coming to you live from Ugunja constituency, and we are in Olumba Primary School, which happens to be in Ugunja ward, one of the 3 wards in this particular constituency. The other 2 wards are Sidindi and Sigomere. For now, the voter turnout is quite low. The place is deserted. We have only seen about 10, at most 10 voters making their way here. And the polling station was opened as early as 6 a.m. Actually, we came here at 5:30 and all the IEBC officials are already on standby, making the necessary preparations. And at exactly 5:58 a.m., the polling station was open for people to begin casting their votes. Of course, this is a by-election that has attracted 10 candidates, including, of course, ODM. The candidate who will be vying under the ODM ticket, that is Moses Omondi. We have also Orodi Odhiambo from Wiper. So we'll be just traversing different polling stations to see where they will be casting their votes, and also the residents, and in terms of security, how is the security as well in this particular area. So if my camera person could just pan around and just show you the situation here on ground. Of course, the security personnel are on standby, just making sure that security is upheld. Also, we have seen a number of voters already walking in. At least 3 people have casted in their votes so far. And if perhaps I could take our viewers through what happens when a voter just walks into this particular polling station. So the first thing the voter does is he or she presents the identification card or the passport. And then secondly, the voter will the voter details will be identified and authenticated using the KIMS kit. Of course, this is a role undertaken by the polling clerk. Thirdly, the voter will be issued with a stamped ballot paper. Then they will mark the ballot paper in a private booth. Thereafter, they will cast the ballot paper inside the ballot box. Thereafter, the voter's finger will be marked with a marker pen to ensure that they do not sort of come back and vote for a second time. And then the voter will now leave the polling station once they have casted in their votes. As I have said, this is a race that has attracted 10 candidates. I've just mentioned 2, but let me just be fair and mention perhaps all the 8 remaining candidates as well that I've not mentioned. We have Benson Obolo Otieno from the United Green Movement. We have Eric Ofiro from Jubilee Party, Vincent Olengo from Kenya Moja, Frederick Ochiel from the United Democratic Movement, Lilian Akinyi from the National Alliance Party, Maurice Okumu from the Liberal Party Movement, Chris Budo from KANU. So this is a by-election, of course, for the parliamentary seat, a seat that fell vacant following the appointment of former MP Opiyo Wandayi as the CS for Energy. Now, this particular constituency, that is Ugunja, is going to witness a major shift in terms of the political landscape, bearing in mind that Opiyo Wandayi has served for a record 3 terms since he was elected in the year 2013. So we are going to see fresh blood in parliament, and they are going to see maybe something new in terms of legislation, registration, and also oversight. Representation and oversight, rather. So we will be pitching 10 to be traversing across all the 116 polling stations right here in Ugunja constituency to just see what the situation will look like right here in this particular constituency. And yesterday, the returning officer, that is Dennis Omari, just assured residents that indeed there will be security, and he urged residents rather to uphold peace during and even after the by-elections. So we will be seeing what will be happening as the 60,114 registered voters from this particular constituency cast their votes, just to see the level of preparedness, security as well. And speaking of security, 232 police officers have been assigned to the 116 polling station to ensure that peace is upheld. And so we also had the IEBC vice chairperson, that is Fatima, making her way here yesterday also, and just commending the residents for the peace they have upheld during the election and the campaign period, rather. A campaign that lasted from the 8th of October all the way to the 24th 4th of November 2025. So we will be pitching tent here to see what will be happening. Right now, we will just be going to a different polling station to see how the turnout is. But as I've said, here in Olumba Primary School, the place is still deserted, but it's too early to tell. We are hoping that the numbers will rise as the day continues to unfold and as things unfold here and across all the 116 polling stations. I take it back to you in studio, Anne.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth Atieno, for that particular update. And this is a relatively calm area, just as you've mentioned. And we'll be coming back to you just to hear something from the locals of this particular constituency with regards to how they feel about the new dawn that they're about to experience. I know you've mentioned that this is the very first time they will be experiencing change. But let's